Today's episode is presented by The Skin Store. For over 20 years, The Skin Store has been the number one destination for premium skincare, hair care, and of course, beauty products. With over 8,000 different products from 300 different brands, The Skin Store has you covered for all of your hair, cosmetics, supplements, and of course, skincare needs. You can find your favorite brands like Elta MD, NuFace, Olaplex, and more all in one spot, and there's gifts at every checkout when you purchase. Now, right now, the Skin Store is offering our listeners 20% off their next purchase by using the code POD, that's POD, for 20% off of your next purchase when you go to skinstore.com/pod.list. Skin Store, have the confidence to tackle the day ahead. Exclusions apply. Today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Now, Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcasts. It provides podcasters with a flat rate for ad space, so you always know how much you're going to get when you include an ad from Podgo. You can apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co. It's podgo.co. And be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of your application. Well, welcome back to another episode of the Financially Free Journey podcast, and I'm your host, Courtney Dyer, and I just wanted to kick off season 3 of the podcast with a bonus episode. We're going to make the first episode of the season a bonus, and I'm excited for today's topic because today's a very special day, guys. Today is 420, and no, it's not special because of what you're thinking of. It's special because today has been deemed Dogecoin Day. And you might be wondering, what the heck is Dogecoin? I've never heard of it, or I've heard of it and I don't know what it is still. And that's the whole point of this episode. We are going to talk about what Dogecoin is, the origin, the meme, the cryptocurrency, how it compares to Bitcoin, and if it's something that people should really consider buying. And this is, again, just based off of my own research and what I have been looking at, because it's fascinating to see how this has really come to fruition and become popular, because Dogecoin wasn't just created, this year. It's been around for a while and it just became popular. So we're going to get into all that. But before we do, I wanted to just touch base on the fact that we've been going through some rebranding as a podcast. And you probably saw that when you logged into your podcast app this morning. You probably saw that the cover art is different. I actually got a review recently and someone had asked where are the show notes. And so just so you guys are aware, because if you don't have the ability to write things down, or you wanted to go back and look at it later, like you're listening while you're driving or you're doing chores or whatever, well, you can go back and you can look at the show notes, and it's going to be on the website, financiallyfreejourney.com. I'm getting it all revamped. So as soon as it's ready to go, I will make sure to let you guys know. But we're doing all that rebranding, and it's been fun and exciting to kind of get a refresh and a restart since, we've been going for 2 years, and I cannot believe that we've been doing this for 2 years. But without further ado, let's talk about Dogecoin. Okay, so Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency. It's like Bitcoin or Ethereum. You've heard of those. And although this one is actually a very different animal because of the way that it started, it's much more different than either of those popular coins of Bitcoin, Ethereum. But Dogecoin was actually originally created, at least in part, as a lighthearted joke for crypto enthusiasts, and it took its name from a meme. Okay. So, again, very different. And despite this unusual origin story, it has actually been very, very popular. It's exploded in 2021. And if you're on any social media, you're seeing all the memes, you're seeing all the videos talking about Dogecoin, and that's the whole purpose of today. So let's first talk about what is Dogecoin. How did it start? There were 2 software engineers. It was Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer, and they created Dogecoin, and it was actually back in 2013, which is so surprising because no one heard of it essentially until this year, right? And Palmer branded the cryptocurrency's logo using a popular meme at the time that featured this deliberately misspelled word Doge for dog. And it was to describe this dog and how dogs can't spell good, right? So it was based off of a meme. And Doge really started to just poke fun at Bitcoin. It wasn't to be taken seriously. But, in its early days, a community of enthusiasts, they arranged publicity stunts to really rage Dogecoin's profile. They gathered funds to send to Jamaican bobsled teams, just different things. It was lighthearted and a joke. But in early 2001, this is where things changed, guys, because Dogecoin gained cult status and you guys heard about this with AMC and, with the Reddit group. It's called Wall Street Bets. And that message board, they started really focusing in on Dogecoin. And the prime instigator behind the GameStop affair, as I just mentioned in AMC, those were these people, and they're enthusiasts, and they had promised to propel Dogecoin's value, quote unquote, to the moon, right? And you guys all know that phrase if you, essentially look at any online, social media or memes that has to do with, stocks and cryptocurrency. But today, Dogecoin is not a joke, and largely in part, it has exploded in value and gained more than 5,000% in value in 2021. And one of the biggest reasons that I could see behind this was our Tesla CEO, Mr. Elon Musk. He tweeted about Dogecoin several times, and he even said that Dogecoin is his favorite cryptocurrency. And he named Dogecoin the quote unquote people's crypto and promised to plant a physical Dogecoin token on the moon. So he is 100% backer. He loves Dogecoin. He's tweeted about it several times. He even, Dogecoin had put a tweet out talking about, concerns and people talking about Dogecoin, and Elon Musk retweeted, and then he replied and saying, Dogecoin might be my favorite cryptocurrency. It's pretty cool. And once that happened, things exploded, things changed. As I just said, it went up 5,000% in value, which is insane. So let's talk about how Dogecoin works exactly, right? So as I mentioned, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency and it runs on blockchain technology, very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And blockchain, if you're not aware, it's a secure digital ledger, and it stores all transactions made using a cryptocurrency. And all the holders, they carry identical copies of the Dogecoin blockchain ledger. So if you have Dogecoin, you have an identical copy of this blockchain ledger. It's universal. And this is frequently updated with all of the new transactions in cryptocurrency. So like other cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin's blockchain network uses cryptography to keep all transactions secure. So it's very similar to the way that you would think about the other big name, cryptos. People called miners, and these are people that they use the computers to solve these complex mathematical equations, and they do this to process transactions and then to record them onto this blockchain ledger. It's essentially a proof of work system, right? And in exchange for processing transactions and then supporting the ledger, miners, they earn the cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. So this way they can then hold it or sell it or, put it out in the open market, whatever they want to do. But that's kind of their payment, so to say. So Dogecoin may be used for payments and purchases, just like other cryptocurrency, but it's not a very effective store of value at the moment. This is primarily because there is no lifetime cap on the number of Dogecoins that can be created by mining. And this is something that's very different from Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now let's take a moment to thank this episode's sponsor, Real Paper. Now Real Paper is a tree-free toilet paper. It's made from 100% bamboo. It's plastic-free, 0% plastic. Even the packing tape is made from paper. And you've got home delivery options, so it's conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. And you're never going to run out of toilet paper again because you can choose how often you want to have it delivered. And get this, every roll purchased helps fund access to clean toilets for people that are in need. And Reel is delivered with free shipping. It's just the cherry on top. Now, I'm very excited for this. We have a coupon code for 25% off. It's financially free, and you're going to get that off of your first subscription order at reelpaper.com. That's REEL paper.com. I will link the website in my show notes, and I'll make sure to put in that coupon code financially free so you can get 25% off. And this essentially means that cryptocurrency is highly inflationary, right, by design, because there is no cap. It's as long as it can be mined, more can be created. And the blockchain rewards miners for their work by creating millions and millions of new Dogecoins every day, which makes it very challenging for speculative price gains in cryptocurrency, primarily Dogecoin, which is what we're talking about, and for that value to hold up over time. So that's how it works. But one thing that a lot of people have been asking is like, okay, let's talk about Dogecoin versus Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the big name in cryptocurrency. What's the difference here? So Dogecoin has a few significant differences compared to Bitcoin. And so first and foremost, it's quicker and it's easier for miners to complete as I mentioned earlier, those mathematical equations that complete and record transactions on that ledger. This makes Dogecoin somewhat more efficient for processing payments. It takes about 10 minutes to process a new blockchain transaction for a Bitcoin blockchain, and it only takes about 1 minute for a Dogecoin blockchain. So you can see that 10-to-1 ratio in efficiency when it comes to completing and recording the transactions. And another significant difference is really the absence of any lifetime cap, as I just mentioned, on the number of Dogecoins that can be created. And really, so if you think about it, there's a lifetime cap of 21 million Bitcoin. That limits the maximum possible number of coins that can be created. This means that miners are forced to work harder and longer over time to earn new Bitcoin. And to that degree, it really helps, guarantee Bitcoin's ability to hold and grow value over time because it's a limited commodity, cryptocurrency, not a traditional commodity by any means, but in the crypto world, it is a limited, coin and currency. So that's one of the biggest differences, extremely significant when you think about inflation and being able to hold and gain value over time. So let's talk about how you can buy Dogecoin. You can buy Dogecoin on any cryptocurrency exchange, like you got Coinbase, Binance. The exchanges require you to set up and fund an account, and you have to do that with US dollars. Or if you hold cryptocurrency somewhere else, a lot of them will accept you transferring over your current crypto wallet to be able to fund that account that you're setting up. And then you're able to buy and exchange cryptocurrencies, including Dogecoin. Some online brokers, including surprisingly Robinhood is a big name, and TradeStation, they allow you to buy Dogecoin. So in addition to those conventional assets like stocks or mutual funds and bonds, they don't offer as many cryptocurrencies as the crypto exchanges, but Dogecoin is generally available because as of late, it is one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies, which is insane when you think about how it really just came on the map in popularity-wise. So as with other cryptocurrencies, once you've purchased Dogecoin, it's really best to move your coins into your crypto wallet, and the wallets can take many forms. They can be in the form of online services offered by exchanges like Coinbase, or you can move it into an app on your mobile device, which is your wallet, or you can even put it onto a physical hard drive. A lot of people do that if they're worried about it getting stolen or hacked somehow. So you can secure the wallet with a private password, and since your coins are held outside of an exchange, there's an extra layer of protection against hacks, like I just mentioned. So those are some some ways that you can buy it and then you can hold it. Before Dogecoin broke out into the mainstream and rocketed higher in price, you used to be able to earn free coins for doing basic tasks online. And this is something that, for example, I did this on Coinbase. They had Dogecoin as a coin that you could earn for like reading their newsletter or something like that. And I earned some Dogecoin. And at the time, I'm like, what cryptocurrency is this? Or, this is a joke. Well, now it's not a joke, as we all know. So one of the biggest questions here is Dogecoin a good investment? Well, this is really, again, up to your risk tolerance, your total portfolio, your objectives with your finances. But according to Forbes Advisor, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Since there is no lifetime limit on the number of Dogecoins that can exist, and millions of new Dogecoins are released on the market every single day, there is very little incentive to hold the cryptocurrency for the long term. Bitcoin continues to rise in value because of the system's lifetime cap, like I talked about earlier, on the number of coins that can be created and circulated in the market. So historically, the per coin value of Dogecoin has been extremely low, around like 3 cents per coin. For most of 2020. So people were more likely just to give them away. Users on social platforms like Reddit or Twitter or Facebook, they can use Dogecoin to reward or to quote unquote tip each other for posting content. So the gains in Dogecoin that have been seen in 2021, they may not be sustainable over the long term. Okay, when we're thinking about the inflationary nature of the coin, that's just something that when you think about a long-term hold, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't match up, right? But there are those short-term gains in volatility in the market on the daily, that if that's something that you're comfortable with and is in your portfolio of things that you're trying to do, there can be some opportunity there. But long-term hold, the sustainability doesn't seem to be there, okay? So when you're thinking, should I buy Dogecoin? Those who bought Dogecoin to start 2021 have been really well rewarded, right? And still, there's a little bit of worry about buying Dogecoin, especially as an investment. The constant flow of new coins on the market it really puts a downward pressure on the coin's value. Just like with our regular monetary currency system, the more money that's printed and put into circulation, the more it puts downward pressure on the value of our dollar. So it's the same concept, but now we take it to cryptocurrency, and it's this. I want you to think about that the same way. So White, who was an analyst that was talking about this on Forbes, he warned about additional security risks for Dogecoin. This was really compared to other major cryptocurrencies. It just hasn't had the same security and code level scrutiny that Bitcoin or Ethereum has. Plus, there's not a particularly robust mining community around Doge. So the exposure for a mining level attack is well above that of other, currencies like Bitcoin, for example. So again, buying any sort of cryptocurrency, it involves a lot of risk. It's a very speculative investment, and that includes Dogecoin. It's always worth, if it's something you're interested in and you've really seen that this is something that fits within your portfolio and your needs, you can buy a few coins and really familiarize yourself with the system. But it's probably best to refrain from sinking your entire life savings into a currency that you may not understand. Or with Dogecoin, for example, it started as a joke. It's all about diversifying your investments and your funds. So make sure that you talk directly to a professional before putting in significant funds into something like Dogecoin, for example. So I hope that helped shed some light on what it is, how it started. Thanks to Mr. Elon Musk, it's blown up in the last month or two, and now it's grown 5,000%, and it's absolutely a speculative investment. But if it's something you're interested in, I think it's important to get in, do some research, and see if it makes sense for you, and talk to a professional. Make sure that they can weigh and measure the options for you. They can look at your whole financial portfolio and see if it fits. So I hope that that helped you guys. If you're not already, make sure that you're following me on TikTok. It's at Financially Free Journey, Instagram at Financially Free Journey. I post daily videos, tips, motivation to help you meet your money goals. And with that, I'll talk to you next time.